Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to We React. Tonight we're going to roll through some living expenses, some EBT stuff, a few more things. But first, our favorite thing, feminism. Just kidding. Let's do it.
7 years refuses to marry me, so in every single book that I've written, the couple ends up getting married. And I end up calling my
Yikes.
boyfriend the love interest's name. Maybe he'll get the hint.
Or maybe you could just
That's ridiculous. Maybe you won't get the hint. Maybe you could just tell him.
have a conversation with him. Why are men expected to be mind readers, bro?
Okay, but no one really knows that. That's just what you say. I just feel like it's a little bit unfair. I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn?
It was.
Then stop waiting. I mean, come on. It's not that hard. We feel so bad for you. Just, if you want it, go get it. We don't always have to be the ones to come up to you.
Return probably from the ages of 18 to 24, but it seems like you blew it.
Next one.
And men have learned a lot from this so-called equality.
This is just a rant for the single people who don't want to freaking be single. I'm exhausted. I've been on Tinder since I think it came out in 2016.
Whoa. Since it came out in 2016, I think we found the problem.
You know, when I used to have friends, I used to try it that way. I'm really sick and tired of people just downplaying, like, well, being in a relationship isn't that great, or it'll come to you if you stop looking for it. Shut the fuck up. I've stopped because I don't have any hope.
And men have learned a lot.
That's because nobody wants to be with you.
This is just a rant for the
Women.
So sick of men chasing after me just so they can try to humble me.
Nobody's chasing after you. Come on now, don't be joking. Come on.
I don't think that I'm the shit. I don't think that I'm perfect. You think that I'm perfect.
Nope.
Stop putting me on a pedestal. Stop trying to humble me. Grow up.
What are you even talking about? Nobody's coming up to you in the street. Come on now. Don't be lying. Don't be lying. Only if you're paying them some money. You got those bags? Nobody's coming up to you in the street.
And learn how to love yourself. Thank you.
They don't want you? They don't want you? You actually have to be likable to find someone? The fact that women...
Whoa. That's a big bag.
need men to survive anymore has caused the male loneliness epidemic. Men have to manufacture a sense of need for their presence. And you don't know how to be desirable to women, so you're lonely. Oh. Thoughts and prayers.
Wow. That woman is never going to find anyone ever in her entire life. Everything about her is completely terrible, right at face value. Red flags all the way. All the way.
Why is it always our fault? Yes, I chose the nice guy. Now it happened turned out
Because it is.
to be a covert narcissist, completely destroyed my self-worth and confidence.
You don't know what a narcissist is? Come on now, don't be lying. Even doctors barely diagnose that. Get out of here.
So then I decided to remove myself from the dating pool and heal and grow and evolve into who I am today, meaning now I'm celibate, not dating, and I'm happy with my life. But now I'm too picky because my standards and boundaries are really strong and really high, and I'm gonna die with a bunch of cats. Because I'm too picky.
Well, at least she knows. I mean, you took yourself out of the dating scene, had to fix yourself. I'll be honest with you, you don't seem very fixed at this point. Just gotta throw that out there.
I was married. I left my marriage. There's no lack of a lineup begging for the opportunity. So I don't know where you get the idea that people like avoid me like the plague.
She's a runner. She's a track.
You left your marriage for another man. Yeah, they're gonna want to leave. I'd be running too.
Honey.
Check my DMs on Insta.
Wait, there's a what?
A whole lineup.
Of men who want what?
Literally try to get me to date them.
Look, as a woman, you don't get the W until you have the...
They're not trying to date you. They're just trying to get down in them pants, and then they're gonna leave. You already know how it's gonna go.
ring.
I have it.
Yeah, but you don't have it now.
Facts, dude. Having dudes in your DMs just means there's a lot of simps trying to get your attention. That's not a badge of honor, honey.
Nope.
You're like the L.
That's the L.
Yeah, just because men want you, that's not the W.
You know,
Huh.
your buddy thinks
I mean-
the
I was married. I left my marriage. There's no lack of a
Yeah.
lineup.
I mean, the fact that she would leave her marriage for another man is already a huge red flag. As the other man that she left for, you had to already know that that's coming down the pike for you at some point. You know it. I mean, you know it. I mean, if she did it with you, you're just gonna end up a victim right down the road. You know that. You know that. Come on now. So yeah, I mean, when you look at that stuff, it kind of makes you realize just how dire the dating scene is right now. I'm so glad that I'm not in it because I'd have no interest. I would be suspect of every single person I came across. So right now we're gonna go on to these the housing costs. There's these RV parks that people are moving into because it's getting too expensive for rent or a mortgage. So these people are moving into these trailer parks, and here's a little bit of coverage of that, and I'll go over some numbers with you afterwards.
If you live in your vehicle, where do you park overnight? I'll show you. So I'm here. I'm staying in a town pump gas station. I Googled.
That's crazy. Could you imagine staying in a gas station in a vehicle overnight when you're not a trucker? You're just living in it. Just that's it. I couldn't. Nope.
Truck stop near me. And then this one came up. And so then I called them and I said, hey, do you guys allow overnight parking? And he asked me what kind of rig I'm in. I told him and he said, yeah, drive up, come to me, and then I'll show you where you can park. Every town pump that I've ever been to, or Flying J's or Pilots, they've always been wonderful because they have cameras and I feel really safe. And they're open 24/7. That is one place. Then I also look on ioverlander.com and then I type.
I couldn't. I still just couldn't. And you know, maybe it's because I have kids, and maybe who knows if this individual does. But I just couldn't be living out of my car, going around to these places. It's just shady.
In the zip code of where I'm at, and then I filter it to dispersed camping, wild camping, and find free spots that way. Yeah, it's really not that hard. Some places are worse than others, but overall.
But yeah, this next video is the RV parks that I was talking about.
100 square foot house, 4 bedrooms, 4 acres of property.
I was like, what can I fit in a 22-foot trailer?
A growing number of Americans are calling
A 22-foot trailer. Man, couldn't imagine. I couldn't even fit a quarter of what I have.
RV parks like this one I'm at near Chattanooga, Tennessee, home because of soaring housing costs since the pandemic.
there's a stigma of RV parks, trailer parks being trashy. You know, we're trashy people.
That's because they are kind of trashy. I mean, we all know it. They have a stigma for a reason. I'm not saying they're all dirty, but the vast majority of the ones I've been in, not exactly the best.
When they're not, they're not all like that.
Renting a space here at an RV park can be around $400 to $500 a month, while rents in the area are up to $1,200, $1,500 a month for even just a one-bedroom apartment.
This is it. I mean,
For people who are on a
Up to $1,500 a month just for a one bedroom. Yeah, I mean, it's expensive everywhere, man. It's expensive everywhere.
fixed income, for people who have hourly jobs, or just making the median area income, that's become unaffordable, causing some people to have to turn to RVs.
It's like, what's important? What do you want to be spending your time on at work and paying bills? And so far, I have
I don't want to be spending my time in an RV, that's for sure.
been happy for the changes. I've been, you know, I mean, there's times when it's like I miss my horses and I miss my house and the garden and all the stuff I had to get rid of. I hardly miss any of the stuff, honestly. 100 square foot house, 4 bedrooms, 4 acres.
She's like, I miss my horses, I miss my garden, and then 2 seconds later, I hardly miss any of my stuff. Come on now, you know you miss your stuff. So let's go over some of this stuff. We're going to look at the rent increase because you can understand why these people would go this way and decide to live in this fashion because it's so much more inexpensive, just like people that turn to trailer parks, lower income housing, stuff like that. So from 2020 to 2022, the median rent increase went up 23.4%, which is a whole lot, in my opinion, in 2 years. From 2020 to 2024, food prices went up 23.6%, which obviously in turn, from 2020 to 24, homeless rates increased by 29%. So it's crazy and understandable, but it just sucks that some people had to go this way. Let's go into the next portion of this.
To some of y'all who making those videos that like y'all celebrating that people are not going to get their food stamp in November, especially during Thanksgiving. You know what the problem is with these selective celebration, or should I say anger? Why y'all ain't made videos about the $20 billion that was just given to Argentina for a bailout? During the government shutdown, your president just gave Argentina $20 billion for a bailout. To some of y'all.
All right, so I'm not sure why she went from EBT to the president and a bailout. EBT gets cut off because the government funding gets cut off. But either way, let's go into the next one. That's about the same thing.
Food stamps a month before Thanksgiving. You think that was a coincidence? I think not. Nothing is a coincidence. I don't believe in those. In this food stamp situation, literally a month before Thanksgiving, they are literally just trying to do stuff like the middle and lower class are literally there.
Well, and look, some of these people, come on, you know you guys are out there spending your food stamps on candy and chips and soda. I mean, I'm not saying that's what happens to everybody, but like, who's kidding who? So, I mean, it does suck that it's right before Thanksgiving, but there's food drives out there, there's churches and there's turkey drives. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do. But, I mean, most times they don't spend their money right on EBT anyways.
Test subjects. They're rats in a lab. They do stuff to affect that percentage of people just to see what they can do. I saw something that said America was founded on slavery and it still is slavery, just in a different form. I fully believe that. They literally do stuff.
All right, well, she starts going to other stuff that's not really what we're talking about, but just another statistic in regard to this. From 2020 to 2024, the food stamp recipient list went from 39.9 billion to 41.7 million. 39.9 million to 41.7 million. Seems like a whole lot to me. That number I would think needs to come down. Instead of people depending on it, they need to use it when they need it. And then when they get to a better spot, they need to get off it. But a lot of people just depend on it. So that's a big issue with that as well. So I'm going to go on to my favorite part, which is the part about God. Because God is everything and God is part of everything. And tonight I want to cover patience, which is a big, big thing that I think a lot of people overlook in their lives. And I think if you could bring more calm into your life and always bring God into your life, it would be a lot easier to have calm throughout each situation. So I got some verses here. I got a quote from Billy Graham, my favorite. But let's go through these real quick. Colossians 3:12. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing one another in love. 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. I think that's a few of my favorites right there. Let's do this Billy Graham quote, which I think is great. Each life is made up of mistakes and learning, waiting and growing, patience, practice, patience, and being persistent. I think that's a big thing, and I think that if we could all be more patient with each other and all around in life, I think that everybody would fare better. Every time when you start to get mad, you start to get upset, I think your best bet is to just sit there and bow your head, take a breath, and just give it to God. And 98% of the time, it's going to almost instantly disappear. And I've found in every single time where I've gotten mad in situations where I didn't need to and it didn't warrant it, all I did was take something and make it 10 times worse than it could have ever been. And every time that I've exercised patience and being calm, it's always been 10 times better. But guys, I really appreciate you sticking around. I'm going to get you on the next one. Have a good night.